Now, it's been an emotional 6 days since the Hall of Famer Roy Williams announced his retirement, but there was no question on keeping it in the family for the future of Carolina hoops. All right, greetings and salutations, beautiful people. Your boy Jbr Reel here, and can you believe it? 75 days of the quarantine, bro, and it's finally coming off. March Madness will come to a conclusion tomorrow night with the men's national championship game, but the news that shocked the college basketball world came out of Chapel Hill this past Thursday. And you have to be from Michigan. Troy, you'll understand this. Mo, you'll understand this. The best joke that I heard about me was somebody said I look like a 1987 Detroit mayor. Wow. Playing the same way he played throughout the regular season, having one of his best seasons of his career, and he definitely carried that into the playoffs. As you see, it is getting live out here with the game just going final. Canes fans out here going crazy because this is the start they wanted. We'll catch up with the Hurricanes and hit you with a Rick's review celebrating Women's History Month. All that and more as the Chevrolet Sports Night starts now. All right, now the month of April gave us the opportunity to support Limb Loss Awareness Month. And one Paralympian has developed his greatness right here in our own backyard. Durham native Desmond Jackson has dreams of winning the gold in Tokyo, but those dreams were temporarily dashed when the Olympic Games announced they would postpone until 2021. However, you won't find any quit in Desmond's aspirations.
Push!
If you don't know the name,
there you go, stay in it.
You better find out quickly.
Open it up.
Because this cat will leave you in his dust.
Put it down.
Desmond Jackson has been a phenom in this sport since competing in the Rio Olympics back in 2016.
Walk it back slow.
A current member of the U.S. national track and field team, Des holds the U.S. record in the 100-meter dash as an above-knee amputee.
I don't really think about it too much now. I've been an amputee all my life.
He had extremely high hopes while preparing for the Tokyo Games this summer until that fateful day arrived where they officially postponed the Olympics due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
When I first heard, I was somewhat surprised and obviously upset. For me, it was more so bittersweet, only because I looked at it as I have an extra year to train.
Much better.
And just an extra year to get better.
Well, one thing he's not getting to use since the pandemic took off,
hold that, that's it,
is the track and field stadiums across the state.
Feel how you was able to catch that? Good.
With them all shutting down due to the stay-at-home order,
stay forward all the way to that cone and then you'll.
Des and his coach, Jamal Daniels, have had to improvise finding parks around the community that remained open.
Push.
However, this may have been a blessing in disguise.
Open it up! The grass, it absorbs your power output, so you end up learning how to run through stress. And it taps you out a lot quicker than what you would on a normal track. So once you develop that strength endurance, you apply it to the track, you move fast.
It's definitely harder than a track, you know. So it's almost like you're working harder, and as an above-the-knee amputee, it's even harder. But it's a great workout. You know, I think this is the best option we have, and I'm thankful to even be able to train right now with what's going on.
Although Des will have to wait one more year to go after the gold, his coach knows the greatness that he is getting to mold.
The greatest athletes are determined by who can handle adversity. A lot of these guys don't understand, they've been running against a kid majority of their careers. Yeah. They've been running from a kid majority of their careers. They've been losing to a kid majority of their careers. There you go.
It looks like Coach Daniels and all of America has a winner on their hands.
Go for it.
In Raleigh, Jbr Reel, Spectrum News.
Good.
Duke baseball looked to be dead in the water for postseason play in April. But the Blue Devils racked off 8 straight victories down the stretch, and they were led by their senior leadoff hitter, Joey Loperfido, who earned the team's first ACC Player of the Week honor on May 10th. His head coach, Chris Pollard, couldn't be more grateful to get one more year of work with this future pro.
I'll never forget the day that he called me and told me he was coming back. He said, you know, Coach, I'm coming back next year, but I want it to be with a C on my chest, meaning I want to be a captain. And I said, well, you know, everything you've been to this program and all the leadership that you've provided, you know, it's your teammates' decision, but I have a hard time not thinking that you're going to be a captain. And sure enough, he was voted a captain by his teammates.
For Loperfido, this past year has been rough after losing 2 loved ones, but it gave him an opportunity to honor them in a very special manner.
I actually lost both my grandparents over the past year, both my grandfathers over the past year. So that's been pretty tough. But I'm named after my one grandpa, Mario, but I've always just kind of gone by Joey. But this year, I thought it'd be cool to be announced when I walk up to the plate as Mario. So that's kind of a tribute that I've done, kind of to his honor.
Leading off the Blue Devils, the center fielder, number 36, Mario Loperfido.
They're both great men. They both raised great kids, and I'm fortunate to have gotten to spend a decent amount of time with them, throughout my young adult life.
Thanks to Duke's late season run, it's likely that he'll get to continue honoring his grandfathers on the NCAA tournament stage. But he's come to the conclusion that it needs to go beyond his collegiate career. Hearing his grandfather's name before stepping to the plate gives him perspective on the game of life.
Whether it's a good game or whether it's not a great game going on, hearing that kind of come across the PA system is special. And it always kind of just like centers me, gives me a little bit of perspective, just kind of about all the people that have bought into my career, and who support me and who mean a lot to me. So I think I'll definitely keep it going.
No matter where his Duke career ends, he'll surely have two angels giving him the right signs. In Raleigh, Jbr Reel, Spectrum News 1. I was actually worried about holding back tears while driving to Chapel Hill myself. So many memories just over the last 10 years of covering Carolina hoops, from the Duke-UNC rivalries featuring two of the greatest coaches in the game, from the 2016 national runner-up when Chris Jenkins hit that unforgettable game winner and we both were in the building for that, to the following year in Arizona and the redeemed team of 2017. This is a day I struggled even imagining taking place, and obviously, old Roy had no chance of holding back tears of his own.
When I came in and I saw the former players in the lounge, that was really difficult. And then when I realized that I was going to walk through that tunnel for the last time as a coach, that was really difficult.
2020 brought massive changes to college basketball and sports overall. One term that the Hall of Fame coach had to get accustomed to was opting out. But for Roy, that's just not his cup of tea for a historic day down Tobacco Road.
I'm old school and I can't use those words, but I will tell you that I'm retiring and resigning as a men's basketball coach at North Carolina. It's been a thrill. It has been unbelievable. I've loved it. It's coaching, and that's all I've ever wanted to do since the summer after my 9th grade year in high school.
And dadgummit, he did it quite well. Roy finished with 903 career victories, 3 national championships, and an induction into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame back in 2007. He is also the only head coach in history with 400 or more wins with 2 different schools. The accolades are limitless, but all great things must come to an end.
Everybody wants to know the reason, and the reason is very simple. 15 years at Kansas, I thought I was the right man. And this time at North Carolina, I thought I was the right man. I no longer feel that I'm the right man for the job.
There's no denying some of the health issues he endured over his final few years. Now, he feels like it's time to bring that same dedication he showed on the court to his family.
I'm getting old, body's breaking down, mentally and physically. Yes, I want to see my children and grandchildren more. I want to give Wanda more time. I'm all in for going to baseball parks with the grandkids. But the biggest reason we're having this meeting is I just don't feel that I'm the right man any longer.